On our show today, we have Ebere Lisa. She is a fashion marketer and lifestyle marketer. How are you doing today?
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm well.
Okay.
Feeling very, very excited to be here.
Yay!
And of course, talking about fashion is one of the most interesting things for me. So I'm here. I'm happy to be here to share with everyone.
Interesting. I like that you love what you do, right?
Yeah.
From the way you speak about it. Okay, so first let's talk about fashion. What does fashion really mean to you?
Fashion to me is a lifestyle. It's not the clothes. It's not the fabric. It's the way you interpret it. And from the business side, for me, it's about being able to market it and being able to get someone to see the beauty that you have created and for them to be able to use it in their everyday lives or for the purpose you created it. Say if it's workwear or if it's an occasion wear. So whatever segment you're creating, for being able to communicate that and getting the customer to see it and buy it.
The notion that comes to everybody's mind is, oh, once you hear fashion, it's about the clothes.
Yeah.
It's about what you're wearing. It's about what is raining. And also, I want you to put more light into other aspects of fashion. You know, I want to know, how, apart from clothes, what else? What should I be looking out for in fashion?
Okay, the fashion industry is quite large. You know, when people say fashion, they're just looking at clothes.
Yes.
But fashion, in its essence, the industry is wide. It has different sectors. So we have manufacturing, and we have communications. We have those who are into retail and marketing, and of course, we have the media. That's the models, the photographers, the makeup artists. All these are components of fashion, and of course, we have the accessories, the hair, the shoes, and all of that go with clothes. So you're not just looking at clothes. And to also to be able to sell that to the customer, to relate to your market or your target audience on that level, it goes beyond just selling clothes. It's not about their lifestyle. For instance, Nigeria, Africa is big now on wearing prints or communicating African culture, talking about our identity, our roots, and finding ways to translate it, in the modern world, making it urban and funky, young and beautiful. So if it was just about the clothes, we cannot communicate that. Now we talk about where we are from. You know how Agbada is trending.
Yes.
It's taking over the whole place. If we're just focused on clothes in itself, we cannot communicate our culture. So it goes beyond the clothing. It translates into the lifestyle. It takes history, it takes culture. It talks about government, talks about issues that are coming up. Climate change right now, sustainability is the big talk right now. We are finding ways to turn down global warming through fashion. So it goes beyond clothing.
That's very interesting. I want you to, you know, shed more light into the sustainability and the global warming issue with fashion. Like how would that actually work out?
So let me use your bumper jacket for an example. So the bumper jacket is trending. You might have a denim jacket that could serve the same purpose, but just because a bumper jacket is trending, you want to buy it. And then let's say if it's not one of the classic styles, something you can wear time and again, and it stops trending after 3 months or so, and something else comes up, you dump it and you get another one. Now, once you dump it, if you're not big on upcycling, reusing, or passing it to someone else at least, you end up throwing it in the dump site. So the recent trend of wanting to wear what Kim Kardashian is wearing at a low cost, thanks to the knockoff brands, and of course the bigger China market that always makes these things available. So you have people buying more than they need, so to say. So when we buy all these things and we don't use them till their lifetime expires, or till the clothes is worn out, till it's torn, and you just wear them and you dump it in the dump site, or you burn it, you are increasing global warming, you're increasing our waste. So on being able to reduce global warming as a human being, as a person with your clothing, you want to buy things that you can wear regularly. You want to buy things that are not trending, so to say. And even if if you buy trends, you're big on trends, you like to wear what's trendy, you like to wear what's popping, what's recent. Make sure you're passing it to someone who needs it. I mean, there are people who need clothes all the time. If you don't know someone, find organizations who are passing it down to them. And this way, these things keep moving till at least the clothes is gone. Like the fabric is dead and the prints are gone. You know, the design is out of, instead of you just like wearing and packing and wanting to get new stuff. So with the whole trend, with more fashion business owners coming up, production becoming more affordable thanks to places like China, what we have is people buying almost every day things they don't necessarily need. But because they want to keep up with trends, they're going to buy a whole lot more. And when you buy these things, you wear them a week or two, a month max. And also the quality of the clothing is no longer as good as it used to be. So the jean you would wear for 2 years or a year, you just wear it for 6 months and it's gone. It washes off and you have to dump it. So it ends up in the waste bin, it goes to the dump site, and we don't have a proper waste managed system yet.
Right now.
So,
okay.
Yeah. All right. So would you say that fashion does not allow people express their individuality? Rather, it makes them conform to trends and styles that is currently happening?
Well, it depends on how you interpret fashion.
Okay.
So there are those who are just moving with the wind, what's coming up, who's wearing what I want to wear, I want to be part of it. And then there are those who want to create their own style. And personalization has come up to be a very big trend or topic as well. As much as we have people wearing trends, people also want to recreate their own look.
Yeah.
So it depends on the individual. It also depends on the age bracket, if I put it that way as well. So you have the younger generation, say the Generation Z, wanting to look more, having that auteur vibe.
Yes.
I was just going to say that, the edgy auteur vibe.
The gothic, I'm not of this world, I'm my own different kind of person.
Weird.
And embracing it. So we have people coming out to speak for themselves with fashion. And then, of course, we have those who will just wait on whatever trend is buzzing and jump on it. So it all depends on how the individual understands it, and sometimes how the brand communicates it as well.
Now, talking about fashion in a changing world, it has a lot to do with growth in the fashion industry, like how it used to be and how it is right now. So I want you to, give us your own in-depth definition of how did it used to be for you and how is it right now in this changing world?
Okay, now are we talking about fashion in terms of me wearing it or being in the business of fashion?
Being in the business of fashion.
Yes.
Okay, so basically I started my journey as a fashion entrepreneur by retailing clothes while I was a student in school. So at the time, the basic knowledge I had of fashion was if you're going to be a fashion business owner, you're going to have to go through school, go through a fashion school to learn how to make clothes, then you start making clothes. But I had that idea that I wanted to own a fashion label, but I didn't want to be the one producing, but I didn't know how. So each time I tell someone, they're like, you have to go and learn, and I don't want to, So finally, I think in my third year, I took my retail very serious, and I started retailing clothes, shoes, bags, and all I had to do was buy it and sell it. But I wasn't buying from Nigerian-owned labels or Nigerian designers, yes. So when I was done with school, I decided to actually take the lessons because everybody's saying so. And if I wanted to, I needed to know something. So while I was running my basic sewing class and also taking a class on textile design, I started learning about digital marketing, social media management, how you can use that to connect to a whole lot more people, build brand reach, visibility, and sell to a wider audience.
Okay.
So at the time I was learning this, the part of me that likes marketing, that likes sales, started coming back. I'm like, oh yeah, so I could actually use this to help different people. So at that point, I started embracing the fact that I don't necessarily have to be the one making clothes. And that's an issue we have within the Nigerian fashion industry. We don't have the different sectors functioning. We don't have the different roles being filled by a lot of people as we have people in manufacturing. Okay. So everyone wants to just learn how to sew, open their store and start taking clothes and making clothes. You could be better at sales. You could be better at styling. You could be better. Styling has even gotten a bit of attention.
Yeah.
You could be better at visual merchandising, designing the floor plan of retail stores and how these items are presented. You could be better at distribution. There are so many things that you could do that doesn't have to put you in that spot of making the clothes. We actually need more people who are going to sell it than people who are making it, because we have a lot of people making right now. Then if you can create a platform, we've seen a lot of them come up lately, from Style House Files to the Assembly, and a lot of platforms are supporting creatives, especially fashion creatives, so get access to funding, to have the right knowledge, So these other sectors needs to be filled up for the fashion industry to achieve success.
Do you think the trends then is what people are reforming and rebranding into what we have now?
Okay, so basically for African fashion, it's rooted in our culture, in the belief system of our people, our lifestyle, so we can't take out what has been.
All right.
It's basically, what happened is it's now put, it's kind of modernized, so you have people taking the regular agbada that was, just basic. And I'm making something extra out of it, like bling shiki and all of that, putting blings on it, making it look a bit more extra, putting different patterns and prints of Ankara together, mixing adire and velvet, just different ways of recreating it. So we are taking what has been, what was created back then, what basically took us, all the styles we have, it's rooted in our culture. It was what we wore as a people. Okay, so instead of it just being the regular cultural, traditional wedding stuff, we are making it into our everyday wear. So you have a jean that has a bit of Ankara on it, so you can still rock it and look chic, funky, street style, and all of that. You go to the office, you can wear an Ankara suit. You can wear the senator, and it's made to look a bit more formal than it used to.
So do you think wearing an Ankara suit to the office would be very acceptable here?
Creative offices are popping up.
I'm liking the fact that you were very clear on creative offices.
There's still restrictions in a lot of corporate
organizations.
Organizations, so they're not very flexible yet, but I think we are getting there.
Yes, because I was going to mention that some organizations make it a Friday thing,
Friday wear,
where you wear your traditional West to
the office.
And for those who are allowed to not wear formal dresses, business casual sort of, the dresses, some of them have been a mix of, you have the Ankara fabric mixed with other patterns,
patterns,
so it's getting woven into our system. Okay, so it's not just the regular person who has control of their time. The entrepreneur can decide what they wear. Corporate brands, corporate businesses, corporate firms are beginning to accept it, and gradually we'll get into there. And in business, what happened then, like I said, it was basically let your tailor make for you.
Yes.
Now we have retailers who basically stock what these tailors make. So the trend has moved, and people are beginning to understand the creative industry, African creative, the Nigerian industry, and understanding the potential it has as well. So we have the Bank of Industry, Nigerian Export Council, supporting and promoting fashion items made here. So the trend has changed. It's no longer about let's just wear clothes. It's now a viable industry. We are exporting Nigerian-made clothes, and a lot of organizations are supporting. So the trend has gone from, let's just wake up and make clothes to get by. Back then it was a skill that a housewife can learn just to get by. But now we have graduates saying, I want to be a fashion entrepreneur. And it's not, you don't have to be the one making these clothes. You can get creative. You can get the tailors and you guide them. Or you can get someone to make them for you. So the trend has changed, and we have a lot of people paying more attention to it.
So I need to get this. You are a fashion entrepreneur, and a regular person might probably not know what it entails to be a fashion entrepreneur, to be a fashion marketer, what exactly it is. And you were saying something about learning or going into a fashion school before you can become a fashion entrepreneur. Is it really necessary, though?
No, it's not necessary. It depends on what you want to do in the industry. I think it's that thought of, this is how it is. Now we have some fashion schools that are incorporating the business side of fashion in their curriculum. So they're not just teaching people to make clothes anymore. They're teaching them how they can actually sell the clothes. And from time to time, I get invites in this place. So also, you don't necessarily have to, for someone who is starting out, I guess that's why you were asking.
Yes.
Yeah. You might want to intern in
a big fashion
sector you're interested in, a big fashion house or a fashion retailing company, so that you get to understand what other sectors exist, okay? So back then, all you had was the tailor store to go learn. Now you have registered businesses, you have organizations that are supporting fashion creatives, and you can go there and find out, what exactly do they do? And you can intern. You don't necessarily have to want to work there for the rest of your life, or want to build a career there. If you just have an idea of what you want to do, look out for people who are already doing similar stuff within Nigeria, and there are lots of them actually. They might not be out there in the open, but there are lots of them. One easy place to get into is media.
Yes.
If you work in media, you'll get to know the other organizations that exist within fashion. And from there, you can find the one you want to work with or learn from, or become a mentee to. Like if you have if you know a CEO that is doing great and is doing something similar to what you want to do in fashion.
All right.
You can pitch to become a mentee.
So much to take in from your wealth of knowledge. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Iberelisa.
Do you like the video you just watched? Then you should click on the like button and move over to click on the subscribe button. Also, you should click on the bell to get notified anytime we drop amazing episodes of Tea or Coffee for you. Adios.